Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center and I'd like to join with Beck with their movie Pace. Let's take a look at the clip.
You don't have to solve it all right now. You're figuring it out. It's a process, right?
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Beck, firstly, welcome to the New Filmmakers Los Angeles family. We're so happy to have you and Pace in the film, and thank you to all of your cast and crew as well. Seriously. So.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I've been really looking forward to the festival, and we're really grateful to be part of it. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, firstly, thank you for bringing Pace to us. I really love this film. I don't know how you took on so many roles, I need to know. But for those that haven't seen your film, tell us about the story.
Yeah, Pace is about a boxer who is considering taking further steps in their transition, but at the potential risk of their marriage, and at the same time they meet another trans boxer and they form a bond and friendship, and through training together they both face what each of them have been avoiding.
I love this friendship, like I really do, like the way they bonded, and I just was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that they found each other. I really am. Obviously, you are a very skilled boxer because you were obviously in front and wrote it and directed and everything else. How did you when was that moment, Beck, where you're like, I have to turn this idea into a story? When was that kind of unraveled for you?
Oh, that's such a good question. And thank you for saying I'm a good boxer.
Yes.
I love boxing, and I'm glad that like we got to have that element come across on screen and everything.
Yeah.
We did train for it, so it was fun when we finally shot. It was really exciting to put it to life.
Yeah.
I think like a couple things came around at the same time for me. Having gone through a transition in my own marriage and like kind of having unanswered questions for myself during that whole process. That was something that I wanted to kind of explore in a story as well, just because it felt like such an isolating experience. And I'm like, I don't think we talk a lot about that or enough about that. And even in just evolving in a relationship and what that looks like, So between that and obviously wanting to make a boxing film, I think those two really complemented each other really well. And I think you brought up the friendship element, and I think that's when it really clicked, is that like feeling of community and having another person or people around you when you're going through such a big change to support you, to uplift you, where you could see yourself in them. So I think like when that element came into play of that friendship is when I saw all the pieces come together and the story really started to unfold from there.
I mean, honestly, there's so much context. Just firstly, well done for sharing something that was, personal to you, and then having this like wonderful ability to like make this film universal into this story that we all got to feel affected by as well. I know filmmaking's hard work, but you must have had fun making this film. Like, there must have been some fun moments in there. Like, tell us about how you brought your cast together, this whole space where you created this incredible story. Like, how did firstly cast, and how did you kind of want to sort of take the story and open it up?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very small cast.
Yeah.
So I knew both the actors. I had worked with Kelly on other projects before, and Bex and I were friends that had been wanting to work on something together. And we did. The funny thing is, I actually was training them in boxing. And
really?
Yes.
That's so cool. I
Yeah,
love that.
it was really fun. So it was kind of like when I first. It's funny because when I first talked to them, I was like, I want to do this boxing film, and they were like, anything you need, I'd want to help with it. Like, just help out. And then as the story kind of came to life for me, I was like, well, and it was kind of like our own training too, we were both going through things at the same time. And it was such like an escape for us to train together. So when the story was like, I guess, stewing or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought about Bex. I was like, would you want to like be in it? Cause they're a good actor. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. And so it just kind of was like a natural like chemistry that we had from already training together. So and it did make it really fun. I think like one of the fun things on set was, in film you're like always historically behind. Every day you're like trying to catch up on time. There was a time we did catch up, and hilariously it was the boxing of everything, because we kind of block shoot things. So we had to film all the boxing in like a full half a day, but many hours together. But because we had trained for it, because we had kind of conditioned for it, I'd say we were just able to have fun at that point because the skill was already there for us, and we prepped so much that it was like, oh man, now we get to let's do another. Let's try another shot, different lens. We got to get a little creative and have fun, and we had a really great. Vito is a great fight director, or
so you had a fight director.
Yes, exactly. He was he kind of choreographed for us. And, I've trained with him a long time, so it was really just we all got to have fun at that point.
And it's nice because boxing is actually off camera and is your happy place. So you found this place to like unwind and grow. And it's actually a really great thing for the actors to kind of come together and bond and build that. Obviously, you're making a boxing film, but still. Listen, Beck, I am so happy and proud that you made this film on multiple levels. But seeing this friendship, this story, the chemistry you both had with each other as well was really, really special. How was your kind of rehearsal process? Of course, there's fight sequences and you had a great team supporting you on that. But how was the dynamic, as actors taking on these particular roles? There's obviously a lot personally where you can, kind of relate to this experience. So how was that in your sort of rehearsal process as actors together? How was that experience?
Yeah, it was, it felt very natural, I'd say. And I think, chemistry is a big part of it, but you're right. We did have some personal elements. When I was writing the role of Joey, I asked Bex if there's anything they want to explore with this role, and that kind of helped me create Joey, kind of like for them, really.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, rehearsing was great. We didn't rehearse a lot. We just wanted to, because we wanted to kind of feel it out on set, and we both work really well that way, where we're kind of just exploring in the moment. But obviously, directing as well, and my producers had to know.
How was it directing it as well? Were you back and forth like this? How was that experience?
No, to be honest, the major part of it was prep, and so my DP Leo Behrens he's incredible.
We love you, Leo. You had 2 films, come on.
Yes, 2 films.
And you were both together. It was so wonderful last night.
I was so happy for that because we have shown in the same block before. We've shown Pace and Skin, and we've had that happen once, but this is the first time we were together for it. And I was like, I'm so happy to be on stage with him. He's just, I adore him. Can't wait to work together again soon.
Yeah. You got good family. One thing I can say about you seem to got really good family of people around you, and the people that you're working with in production. So it really does help help a lot. I really love how you shot this. I just thought the style of it, even there's the colors, everything. I felt like I was in this sort of mystical world through your minds. I don't know how did you want to go about shooting it? Because I just really love how you did it.
Oh, thank you so much. And it really, collaborating with Leo was so wonderful. We do have, it's great because we do have a lot of the same, a lot of overlap in style. And so it felt like, I like to say we have a hive mind because it was so easy to communicate with him and to kind of to really, truly collaborate. I knew what I wanted with this was, a lot of times with boxing films, we'll see it kind of for lack of better description, almost fluorescent or blue and dark and cold and gritty. And I just, for whatever reason, that at the beginning, it just didn't feel right to me. And I started to realize, I know why. I wanted more of a warmth to it. And we did film in this big, beautiful gym. It's, Forge. It's a great gym. And it is a black box, so we did have to really light that, and Leo did great with that. But I liked the idea of this warmth and this almost spotlight where everything else just appears around the characters. I had that. That was the first image I had about this film, and so I'm glad we got to make that happen.
Yeah, that's what you did. I felt lost in your minds. It was really
good.
I was I'm being manipulated by the camera here. It's beautiful. Yeah. But no, really great choice. I really do love. Obviously, there's this wonderful friendship that blossoms, and just this, it really does help when you've got someone that can really relate to what you're going through, obviously, which was between the 2 friends that met each other, but also love the dynamic of the relationship as well, because I think that story uncovering how you work that together, obviously something you can, again, relate to. And I think I really love how you did that, because we don't really see enough of the story, the dynamic of the relationship. And I thought you both were just so, it was so comforting to see your relationship grow through the things that you were both experiencing. And was that something that you wanted to, because you put that dynamic in really, really well, of course, something you can relate to.
Yeah, in terms of like the marriage?
Yeah, in terms of the marriage, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on that, because I think, yeah, something that was important to me is neither person in this situation is wrong, you know, and neither person, no one's a villain. It's really like it's this relationship where people are very much in love, but there's something to overcome or to figure out, or or new territory that they haven't explored before.
Yeah.
And so that's really the antagonist is this like difficult thing that has nothing to do with like them as people or their love.
The love,
and I think that's what's so challenging. Like if one person was being, you know, I don't know, really terrible, then it's like so easy to be like, well, walk away from that, you know, like, as an audience member. But truthfully, it's like, how do we preserve what we have, but how do we also like hold on to our own identities?
Yes.
And how do we, can we evolve together? Can we change? Like it's a lot, even for, you know, the partner who's not going through the change, but their life is still changing. You know what I mean? And what does that look like? I personally don't feel like we get, like, we don't
see that lens.
See that much.
Yeah. And it was really so refreshing to see it, you know, because I think you just described it so perfectly as well. It's like, you know, and again, when the love is there, you're always trying to navigate things that are in front of you in a relationship anyway, you know, but I was just like, it was so beautiful. Like, I just love how you portrayed it and how you wrote it. Looking back on this project, Beck, what have you learned from this experience?
Yeah. I have learned, I've learned to trust my vision and my capabilities.
Yeah.
This is the first project of like this level as a filmmaker that I've gotten to do.
Congratulations.
And thank you so much. And it was so wonderful to collaborate with such amazing people. And I love the collaborative process, but it was really, I definitely learned like what it means to like step into like a leadership role, and like from now on, like how to really do that and have that confidence, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I've definitely learned some confidence from this.
Yeah. Well, you're great. Of course they want to work with you. So, you know, I mean, you carry the energy, and you know, if you carry the energy of the experience on set, you know, it's no doubt it reflects into all of the experiences for everybody else around you as well.
Thank
this
you.
was so great to have us, you know, New Filmmakers LA. We'll never let you go now. That's it. Well, you're alumni now.
I'm so glad to hear that. I want to be part of this family.
Yeah.
It's such a joy.
But being part of, I mean, it was just so special being part of a whole day and evening of queer storytelling, and in particular our program Transcending Limits as well, which was great, you know, in the block that you had. How was that experience for you and it last night? How was that whole experience for you as a filmmaker with the audience?
Yeah, I mean, it was wonderful. And because I believe this is the first time that the block has
Yeah.
had all like trans films. So
Just a whole block of transgender films, exactly.
yeah,
Yes,
which
yes,
makes
yes.
me so happy as someone that, I mean, growing up with no representation, well, very little representation, I would say, like, and just not really seeing it anywhere in my life, to now, like, we have such strong filmmakers that we can have a whole block of these films, you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
And they all have different stories, and they're all nuanced in different ways. Like, I mean, that's so beautiful, and to come together and celebrate art together and identity, and it's even just more than identity, right? So I think I just felt very fortunate to be amongst these filmmakers, and the energy was lovely, and everyone that came out to watch and support,
Good.
You could feel it. You could feel
You
that
could really
in
feel
the
it.
room, and it meant a lot.
I'm really glad to hear it, because we've had LGBT plus all year round, but Boyana Sandich, our program director, we both decided this year that we wanted to speak louder. And we were so fortunate we had so many amazing submissions from our trans community that we could have this whole block and like more, and we're like, oh, this is amazing. So it was really just, you know, such a special, I don't think I'm ever going to forget that experience of just even watching the audience and how that felt. And I watched the audience watching your film, and people was like, they were in it. They were in it. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm a director that's to watch, or a producer, you know.
I love that.
But where are you taking us next, Beck? Because I know there's more to come, right?
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. I'm in development for the feature of Pace.
Yes.
It's written and, currently in the packaging stage and taking meetings. So we're on our way, and I'm really excited about it. I'm very optimistic about this. I think it's going to be a really, I think it's going to have that same special feel to it, but we get to really expand on the story.
Yeah.
And I think it also, I have to say, like, I do feel that even though it's about trans and queer characters, like, it does have a very universal feel.
Totally.
Like, a lot of people, even with just the shorter, like, oh, I
Yeah.
related to this and this and this. So I think we get to do that even more with the feature, and I'm really excited to make it.
No, you have a great vision as a filmmaker, and Pace was very universal and has so many amazing reasons why I love it and why it should be seen everywhere.
you.
So I'm really glad that there's going to be the feature version.
Yes.
Please let us know how we can help. Bring it back to us. Like,
Yes.
we're here to support you. But we're
Great.
so proud of you, Beck, and thank you to all of your cast and crew and everybody. But thank you for bringing Pace to us. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you, Beck, everybody.
Thanks.